Hi, this is Suzette for Cloudy Sky Today. Today, I am thankful. I am grateful. I am grateful to Broward Art Guild and their Art Around Town initiative. I'm also grateful to the Broward County Library Systems for allowing us to display in their libraries. For the month of September, I got to display, and it was held over to October, let me not forget that, at the Pompano Beach Branch Library as part of the Art Around Town initiative from Broward Art Guild. Now, me, I like to paint, yes, but I also love poetry. And one of the things I've done, there's some of my artwork that is on display that is paired with some poems, and I'm sharing one with you now. Just give you a little background. This one is actually on an acrylic panel. I got this panel from some work that was being done around my house, and I saved it. Of course, I had to get a custom frame for it because it's not a normal size. It's like 11 on one side and like 30 something on the length. But the poem, I believe, is a triolet. I did not keep notes because I wrote it some time back. My roses blossoming, so promising, so much hope, so many dreams. My roses bloom, so well groomed, a beauty reveling in the sunbeam. You can actually still see this at the Pompano Beach Library because I've been held over, and I am picking up the work October 28th. So if you want to see, go ahead down. This would be when you walk in the door, you go to the left like you're headed towards the youth section. It's in that region of the library. The next piece, Modern Days Rose. There's actually two versions of this in the library. When you walk in the library, to the right, there's a cabinet that has some artwork in it. There is one on watercolor paper, acrylic on watercolor, and then there's, because that's how I started, and then I went up to 16 by 20 on canvas, which is if you head towards the youth section. Now feel free to pause this video, read some of the poems. I noticed I did a 8-6, so I'm thinking I tried to follow the sonnet form. When I'm not trying to do a form, it's pretty much free verse. Just letting you know. So feel free to pause and read any poems you want to read. Now these two paintings is actually on watercolor paper, but it's acrylic. It's in that cabinet at Pompano Beach Library. You know, if by the time you're seeing this, it's still October, feel free to go on down and take a look. This is a top-down view of that same rose I got on Mother's Day in 2022. Even though this was written sometime afterwards, based on the painting. So I actually did some paintings and was just painting it in, put it in a glass, put it in a bottle, and then this is a top-down view I painted. And then sometimes I wrote the poem first, but sometimes the poem came after looking at my painting. Leaving Halifax. Now I know I discussed this one before. This one is actually just a 16 by 20 canvas in a frame, so it's probably size 18 to 22. Also at the Pompano Beach Library until October 28th. And I've read the poem in a previous video, which you can take a look at on this channel. Now this is the Boynton Beach Sonnet, and I like it when I put the poem form in the title, so that way I don't have to try and take a quick look and go, oh, how did I write this? Now this one I also did, I didn't jump straight to the canvas. I actually did it on paper, the watercolor paper first, acrylic on watercolor paper, and then I did the canvas, the 16 by 20. And then with the frame, it's about 20 by 24. Same Boynton Beach Sonnet. So you would see when you go to the library, in the cabinet, there is a 9 by 12 paper version that's in a mat with display that display plastic over it, so it's matted already. And then if you walk towards the youth section, you'll see the 16 by 20 canvas on the walls. Now this one I did is actually a 16 by 20 canvas, but I attempted oil on canvas with this. I later redid it in 2023, this year, where I did it in acrylic, and I did it landscape instead of doing it portrait view. And paired with it is a limerick. Many a sailor have sailed these seas, often without enough vitamin C. When they have been gone for many moons, the sight of my tail has caused them to swoon and mistake a manatee for a mermaid due to scurvy dreams. You can see both scurvy dreams, the 2016 version in oil and the 2023 version in acrylic, at the Pompano Beach Library until October 28th, when I will be going there to take it down. The next piece is Butterfly on Sunflower. The two butterflies on sunflower. The one in the middle is just a sunflower. And that's actually from a class, because to help me with my painting, there are a lot of free resources on the internet, and I've taken some of those classes. Can't remember which class, because it's either between, there's a couple of people like Follow the Sun, there's the Michael's free art classes, there is Eventbrite. Those are not free, but some classes with Eventbrite that, if you just want to, at home, needed to get that inspiration working. So the middle one is from the classes. And then the two on the end, one is actually watercolor on watercolor paper, and another one is acrylic on watercolor paper. Can't really tell you off the top of my head because I did mark it at the back of it, but you think I would know by the colors, but I don't. On the bottom is a haiku, which I created afterwards, because I was thinking, why not do something nature? And then I found out this Japanese farmer has a lot to do. Well, originally it has to do with nature, but I heard you can use it for different things. And I did try to follow the 5-7-5 rule. So butterflies flitting. Butterflies is 3. Flitting is 2. So that makes that 5. In my backyard, one hovers. That should be 7 on my sunflower. And then butterflies sipping on the sweet nectar of my sunflower. Now, the magnolia studies is not on display. Well, let me think. One of the magnolia study, the one in paper, the 9 by 12, is on display at the library. This one that I'm showing with the poem is not. I still have this one at home. I was going to do something more with it, but now that I've taken a picture of it, I guess it's done. Now, this Thorny Touch will be on display, or it's October already, from October 5th to 31st at the Broward County Main Library, Gallery 6. And this is because of the 73rd anniversary, Broward Art Guild, the annual members exhibit. So if you're seeing this in October, head on down to the Broward County Main Library and, check out my piece along with other artists who are showing, other members who are showing their artwork. Now, if you like my content, I really need some more subscribers. So I do a little bit of art. I do some poetry. And in this case today, I did some art and poetry, where I showed you some of my artwork that's on display that I've been working on for the last couple of years. And my poetry. I also do some with the technology, especially, the cyber security. Because, hey, we're headed into that season. And, we all need some tips in keeping us safe online. Travel, I haven't had done much of that, but I am inspired in my artwork by travels I've done in the past. So, hey, help me out, help yourself out, and I love to share more content with you. So please subscribe, share with your friends, ask them to subscribe, and I appreciate it. Thank you.